Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Janelle and I make both faith-based and lifestyle reselling content here on YouTube. I have not posted on here in well over a month, but I miss it. Today I'm just going to give you a life update. Personally, these are the videos that I always look back on myself because I like to see like where I was in life at a certain time, what I had to say about certain things, like what my mindset was. I've come more into my faith and have had a lot more conviction, so it's very interesting to see my thoughts on things. So life has been looking a little different lately. There are some changes that just happened. There's some changes that are happening very soon. If you didn't know, I am working full-time, I am in school full-time, and I do reselling part-time. So I've had a lot on my plate. I graduate next Friday. I will have a master's in marketing and I will be done with school for hopefully the rest of my life. I was also working a job that I was not happy in. I was bouncing between two different companies. I worked for one, then I went to another, went back to the first one, and now I'm in my second week with the other one again. So I've really just been like going back and forth. That makes me feel like I don't really know what I want, but in reality, I feel like getting the opportunity to work for both companies twice has really showed me what I'm looking for in a job, what I want to chase, and what I no longer want to chase. Navigating jobs like as a Christian is different than what it used to be for me. I was very much a hustler, go-getter, businesswoman, like money was on my mind. And not to say that that's like completely not the case anymore, but it's just not a driver for jobs for me anymore. I want more out of life. And, you know, if you can find a job that you love that pays the bills and more, that is great. But where I am right now in my career, do I make more money and do what I really don't like, or do I make less money and do something I like? Fortunately, where I'm at now, I am like so happy with it. I took a massive pay cut, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars less than I was making at this financial technology company. But man, that was not my industry. Right there, two things that I've learned. One, I'm not chasing money. And I honestly feel like God prepared me for this moment because I've shared how I've been trying to pay off my debt. And that was something that really started with a church service about finances, me saying, wow, I'm really selfish with my money. I need to take this to the Lord. Filmed a video on this and decided I need to live on less. I'm going to learn how to humble myself in the process. I'm also going to focus on being thankful for what I currently have while downsizing and starting to pay off this debt. And so in doing that, I realized more money really is more problems. Like I absolutely love living on less. I love living simply. I love the secondhand finds. I love only buying what I need. Like it makes life so simple. I was so fortunate that I actually could take a pay cut because I've learned how to live on less. I've learned that I don't need to have my nails done all the time. I've learned that people live like they're rich when they are $500,000 in debt, and that's just not something I want to do. I've learned to stop chasing the money. Of course, I'm in a fortunate position right now. I don't have kids, and hey, I may need to make more in the future, but right now, I am okay. I don't want to overthink the future, and my reselling has really been performing well, and it's filled almost the whole gap of that pay cut. So I realized money isn't everything. You can't chase God and money. The industry you're in is very important because, you know, I'm just not a financial technology type person. It's just not what I want to do 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. It's just too much of my life being put into something I don't enjoy. This job is also fully remote, whereas my other one was not. So now I get to save money on gas, save money on food. I did have some reservations about working fully remote, but it is a very social job. I'm on the phone like all day, so that helps a lot. But I did do a whole pros and cons list about working remote versus working a job where you're getting out and moving your body. And through that, I learned that there's just no perfect job. Working hybrid, I kept telling myself, I don't want to be remote. I want to get up. I want to get dressed and be social and move my body and not have like terrible posture and strained eyes at the end of the day and like be a hermit because I'm not socializing. But then I also realized working remotely, I want to be a mom in the next few years, God willing, and I have goals and I want to be home. Like I definitely want to be home. I will be working. I think I will always be working. It's just the way I was raised. Like I just don't see myself not working, but I would like to work at home. I'd like to at least be present and around when I become a mom. Being remote was a huge pro for me in that sense because I am thinking ahead in that sense. It's very hard to find remote work right now. So having a job like that where I also potentially want to move, it just gave me a lot of flexibility. The work-life balance is great. I did the role before. Yeah, I'm just really fortunate they took me back. I'm now in a job I like. My debt payoff journey, I am $1,000 away from being debt-free. Started at 34 and I have been rapidly paying that off. Like every penny that I can is going towards that debt. Even during holiday season right now where I have birthdays and Christmas and all these things, I am still attacking my debt. Within the next month or two, I should be debt-free, and that will give me so much money back that I've been spending with that higher paying job, so things should really level out. I've been doing great on my debt-free journey, great with work, finishing up school. It's gonna give me time back, so hopefully that gives me more time on YouTube. There is a second piece though to why I haven't been filming as much, and that is because I'm kind of lost with the direction of my YouTube channel. I am and I'm not. I am so passionate about sharing my faith. I've never been more passionate about something in my life, but it's hard for me to be super consistent with that because sometimes I feel like I'm forcing content. Sometimes I have this like idea, or I feel like I hear something from the Lord and I start taking all these notes and I end up loving those videos and putting my heart into them. But then there's other times where it's a busy week, I haven't picked up my Bible as much, I haven't prioritized my faith as much, and that's real life. And I just throw together a Bible study video and I'm not really proud of it. I've also been posting some reselling content, which I really do like, but I don't feel as much purpose behind it as I do sharing my faith. But I feel like with reselling, I could be more consistent because it's a job and I love it. I love thrifting. I can show you guys what I get, what it sells for. Like I watch those videos every day, so it would be very easy for me to film them myself consistently. But I really want some part of my life to be giving back in some kind of faith-focused way. I just remember how passionate I was sharing those videos. And then they don't really go together because I've been posting a little bit of both and I just don't really like how that is, and I need to navigate my YouTube channel a little bit. But the reality is I like filming both, but for audience purposes, I mean, you guys are probably here for one or the other, not really for both. I want to film what I like, but I also want to be someone that you want to watch, right? So everything positive. Job is great. I finally am in a marketing department, which was my major, so everything is really, really good there. My relationship is still going very strong. I'm still engaged because I put off wedding planning until I graduate. I officially made a Pinterest board today for my wedding. It is private, but I want to do something very small, very simple, and very beautiful. I don't want a big party because I'm just not that kind of person. So yeah, I'm going to keep it small, sweet, and I don't want to go back into debt for a wedding, so that's another part. So I'm going to try to do everything on a budget. I will probably share stuff on here. I think that would be fun because I'm sure many people would like to do wedding stuff on a budget. So that will be interesting. And I guess the last thing, because it is the holidays and I'm wearing my Christmassy pajamas, I had a small conviction on Christmas this year, and I'm surprised I didn't have any last year. I try to separate listening to what people say on YouTube about holidays and their convictions and like making that my own conviction versus hearing a new perspective, taking it to the Lord, and then possibly that becomes my same conviction. So I try to make sure that I take everything to the Lord and really like hone in on that. But I did hear an interesting perspective on Christmas here on YouTube, and it was the idea of Santa. It's really just Santa was a great guy, right? I just don't like that he's the face of Christmas when Christmas is truly about Jesus's birth, and the gifts should be shared because we're celebrating Jesus, and Jesus should be the face of Christmas. So, I mean, I'm not like anti-Santa. We have Santa in my parents' house, like a bunch of decorations and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't want that to be my picture of Christmas. And like, I think ahead to having kids, like, do I want Christmas to them to be like Santa's list and Santa bringing them gifts? Like, that's really what it was for me growing up. I don't know, not anti-Santa, but also like starting to see him a little bit differently. I think that's it. It's pretty late. Usually I don't film at night. It's 9:20, but I worked, went to class, and then worked again until 9. That's just how life has been. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a little catch up here for you. I really hope to be consistently back on YouTube. I just need to navigate the job, reselling, and YouTube together and figure out really what I want to do with this channel. Maybe your input will help, so leave a comment if you have any video suggestions for me, anything you want to see. Is there anything particular you want to know about my faith, about the Christian faith, about reselling? Let me know. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye.